because this thing might need all South Sudanese. Okay? So I was saying, did Baba Kiir really need solution? Because he was saying, he's been saying years and years, and he's been singing the same song that is looking for solution. But let me tell you, Baba Kiir Mayardit doesn't need solution. Baba Kiir Mayardit is I think he have allergies, and is a very deadly allergies. Kiir doesn't like to bring change to South Sudan. Because if you've seen Baba Kiir, everything he's doing is opposite of what he's saying. My point is, ya Jama, the reason I say Baba Kiir doesn't want solution, I think his intention is to really ruin the country. He wants to ruin it for us and for the next generation. Because if you've seen everything he's doing, doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, Baba Kiir Mayardit. Because what I don't understand, or maybe it's a logic to good thing, but what I don't understand, Teneki did, why he will build houses. His daughters, his children are buying lands in Kenya, Uganda, Ethiopia, okay? Rwanda. But they don't want to build the country. They go to other countries. Does Salva Kiir Mayardit knows the person who fixed Kenya? It was Kenyan citizen. Kenyan citizen were unalive like crazy. They used to fight on the street until the world seen that these people will finish and they will never give up for their right. So Baba Kiir Mayardit now, he's so comfortable. His children are buying lands outside. A country somebody already developed and has peace and has security. Because if you ask Salva Kiir Mayardit children, why are you guys developing Kenya? Instead of doing all this, maybe in Awanachan. Because if they are building Awanachan, maybe people can go there for hospital, for school, you know. But they don't want to build a country. Look at what Kiir Mayardit did. Do you guys remember the airport? The meaning of this video is about the airport guy. Do you guys remember that handsome guy who was building the airport? That kid, he's being fired. He fired him and brought a lady named Amila Jongo Maut. I think the lady Amil is related to Salva Kiir Mayardit. Open your eyes. Salva Kiir Mayardit fired a guy who was renovating and building the airport in Juba. When you were seeing airport for the first time, it was clean. That airport, they used to pee beside the road. They used to poop. It was khara everywhere in Juba. It was the most filthy, dirty place. And that man came and fixed it. And you go to work every morning, ya Jama. This guy was going to work every morning. He was not doing his work like the other people were hurt. This guy go to the airport every day. Huh? He was always on the side. Now, Kiir fired that man. That's why I said Kiir Mayardit doesn't want solution at all. Because when he's seen somebody doing good, he will remove it. And you guys can see with Rintoy Mabur. Rintoy now is sitting uselessly. That man is not supposed to be jobless in South Sudan. Not even for 1 minute. Not even for 30 seconds. So Kiir Mayardit doesn't want change. He doesn't want any development. Yeah, Jama, how can a person with brain fire a man who was showing a development in South Sudan? This guy was doing good. They fired her. They fired him and bring a girl. This sexy girl that they said she's a pilot. Pilot Amil Jongo Maut. That name sound like the person who related to Kiir Mayardit. Yeah, Jamana South Sudanese. And you guys said, let's wait. So Kiir Mayardit want this country to wait for another 60 years. Why? Why remove somebody who was working? And let me tell you the excuse they fired him. They said the man was a chemical engineer. Chemical engineer. How can he be engineering the airport? While he already did. He was doing a good job. And the excuse now of bringing a mill is because she's a pilot. Are you serious? Because she's a pilot or because she's a relative? If this country is really good, okay, you want to do the job or you think you are doing good, why hire a chemical engineer from the beginning? Whose mistake was that? You give a job to somebody who was a chemical engineer. But even though he was a chemical engineer, he's doing good job at the airport. But because kiir mayardit is a logic to good thing. And now that this girl now is coming to come and eat, they fired the person who was putting every dollar to the airport development. I don't understand these people of Awanachan. Please, Awanachan, if there is one Awanachan, is it a culture? Is it a tradition? I don't understand. Because somebody told me something weird from Gorial. He said, in the history of their culture, what they believe is Banya Jok, the traditional doctor is what they believe in, and and the doctor of food or the leader of food. So the two people that are the only people that they respect, and that's what they believe. The Sultan, they say in their culture, the Sultan can actually rob people. The Sultan will rob people with cows, even women. He will go and point somebody's wife and say, I want that woman, and they will give it to him. If you have agriculture, you grow your surgum and all that, he will say, I want half of that person, and they will give it to him. So this is a culture to them. This is a culture of Awanachan. They believe in Banyabit, which is the traditional healer, and the man who is the Sultan. Only two people they believe in. So that's why Kiir Mayardit bring this person and fire the one that is doing good job. Ya Jamana. If this is a culture, then you guys are killing South Sudanese. Because, Ya Jama, this is 20-something century. We need development. We need somebody who will come and work. And you, Baba Kiir Mayardit, I don't understand. And if I hear somebody writing and said, oh, you want people to stay in the position for a long time. Okay, if that is the case, why is Kiir Mayardit going to 20 years? Why is he not firing himself? If he thinks rotating the position is a good idea. And they don't even give somebody a chance. This guy is newly starting his job at the airport and he's doing a good job. The airport is clean. The airport even outside is being clean. Like if you go to Juba airport right now, it's so clean and organized. And this man is always at work at 7 a.m. with his people. He doesn't sleep. He's the only person in Juba that go to the office or to his workplace in the morning. And you remove him to bring your family member. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I'm not a politician. You South Sudanese, you need to Google politics. What is politics? I'm not a politician. If you don't know English, don't use it. A politician is if I'm here to support Kiir Mayardit for people to vote for him. If I'm here and I have a party that I am really advocating for, that's politician. If I want to run any office, that's called politics. What I'm doing is just talking about South Sudanese. I'm a citizen. Okay? I'm a citizen here. Everybody that writing English here, they have their own country that they are in Western world. Go and Google what is politics. So don't you guys just put my politician, politics. It's not politics. It's some things that need to be pointed out. Kiir Mayardit, this guy doesn't want development. He just wants to develop foreigners' countries. Like Ethiopia, they are buying land like crazy. his children, okay, are buying land, they are building. Why did you go build in Kenya? They are even building in Lavington. Why didn't you do that in South Sudan? I don't understand. Why does Kiir Mayardit family want people to suffer? You said I need a solution. And you are firing the people who are doing the job. The people who are not stealing. But then you are bringing your thief family members. What is a mill going to do at that airport that we will see? Let's see. Let's just sit and watch. It's just the way they are rotating their family members, ya Jama. That's how they are operating. They will fire this so the other member can come in. It's not good, ya Jamana. South Sudanese, is up to you. When things are being pointed out, I'm just a citizen who is concerned. I'm not a politician. I'm not here to ask you to vote for Kiir Mayardit. If you have a smartphone, you have Google. Google it and ask Google, what is politics? Then they will tell you. The reason we talk, ya Jama, we people in diaspora, is for the future of those people back home. We are going to get old soon. Our children will never send penny back home. They will never send money. Who is going to take care of those kids when the government just care about themselves? Why remove a man who was working good just because he was doing his job? He wake up in the morning to go to work. He have a work ethic. This man was good. You bring a mill because she's a family member. Yeah, Jamana, and look at this. When we get mad, when we talk about it, people said, oh, don't say that. Don't talk like that. Why? When you see things are like this. A young man, okay, South Sudanese, if you have a brain. If you knew from the beginning the guy is a chemical engineer and you give him a job of the airport, you knew. So Kiir Mayardit thought he was going to ruin the airport. That's why he gave it to him. But the guy went and worked good. He was not stealing money. He was putting everything at the airport. So he removed him. Because he gave him a job knowing this man will go and make mistake and destroy the airport. That's why he gave the contract to a chemical engineer. But the chemical engineer went and do a good job. So he's not happy. He removed the man who was cleaning the dirty airport of Juba, ya Jama. This guy has only been there for a few months. And the job he did, you will be proud. I'm South Sudanese. And Kiir Mayardit remove him. And put a lady called Amela Jango Manut. Because she's a pilot. Who told you pilot can design the airport? Who told you? A pilot can work or become the engineer to engineer the airport. It's better you give the work to a chemical engineer. Because a chemical engineer, he did another courses of working as an engineer. So engineer doesn't make sense. But you went and give a job to a pilot, ya Jama. And then they took a picture of this girl, sexy girl, in a pilot uniform. Oh, Mabruka Mill, are you guys fucking serious? Why is these people act like they are in mental institution? A chemical engineer, you give him a job from the beginning. Are you not ashamed of yourself? Whoever hired this man. So you give him a job at the airport as a chemical engineer. And now you are complaining, no, we are firing him because he's an engineer, he's a chemical engineer. Who give him a job? From the first place, who give him a job? What kind of life is this? Kiir Mayardit da charaman ki nugrod, please bakoy polnim. Ti chiraman ka junuba ko balwa pinken hin ki nugrod babadia. Chan boko nimpal, because what you are doing is very wrong. It's very wrong. It's so stupid. It's weird. In my opinion, this girl should not get that job. They could have just give this man a chance to work. Why is Kiir Mayardit changing people that are working like underwear? Okay, if because that person have to be taken off, another person have to come in, why don't you leave and give other people chances then? Why don't you leave? Huh? You are preaching what you cannot practice. What do you mean this girl is not a relative? Who do you think is stupid here? Who's fooling who? Who's fooling who? A pilot. What qualified her? Because he drive the plane? Because that she can operate the plane, that make her to be qualified. If she's not a member of a Wanachan, her mom is related to selve kiir mayardit, or she's related to the wife. There is no, this girl is related to him. Either way around. Your in-law is related to you. Huh? This is too much. Anyway, that's why I came. Because people were shocked. And even me, I thought it was a lie. This guy is being put aside. And they bring in their family member. A pilot. Which one is better? A pilot or chemical engineer? Kukene is a shame on some people, right? Like, use your mind. Are you not like ashamed to be like, oh, people are going to question, how did I hire him from the beginning? How did you hire him from the beginning? You knew he was a chemical engineer. Out of nowhere right now, your family member is a pilot, and you guys want to give her where she can go and milk the cow. Because this cow have a lot of milk, and the other one have no milk. That's why. And there's no solution. He doesn't want solution, my dear. Okay? It's not in his blood. It's not in his blood. There's no way this man will fix this country. He's not doing it. He's putting it to the mud. That's why he hired a chemical engineer. Do you guys know what chemical engineers do? They build bombs. Okay? They build bombs. So why did you give him an airport when you know he's a chemical engineer? Okay? And now, it became the problem. He's a chemical engineer. That's why we are removing him. What did you know before? You knew from the beginning. He did not lie. Now you are bringing a family member. Because she's a family member. You are giving the job to a pilot. Who told you pilot and engineer are the same thing? Who told you that? And the chemical engineer came and worked like perfectly, wonderfully. He's a hard-working young man. He goes to work every morning. And selve kiir mayardit remove him. So Kiir doesn't want solution or hiring and firing. And it has to be the family members. Are South Sudanese not tired of this game? Why take a job from somebody who was doing his job? Why? So now the airport will go back to the old day where there was poop everywhere. The airport was hara everywhere. Shit everywhere. Huh? Garbage everywhere. And this man clean it. That's the guy they remove and bring this woman. And then they took a picture of her like she's a model. She's doing this like, what kind of pilot is that? Does that girl look like a baby Louis? Is she coming to work or is she coming to model for us? This is getting worse. It's getting worse. So you hire a chemical engineer to come and engineer the airport. And now you say, no, I don't want him. He is a chemical engineer. That is a shame. Because now people with sense, people that are not illiterate will say, oh, but how did you give him a job from the first place? He was a chemical engineer from the first place. So what changed? So I don't, God, this is why I question God sometimes. Because nyali kuye die. Anyway. Bye, guys. Because I didn't want to talk, but I have to say something. And for those people who tell me that I don't want that excuse. The girl is related to Salva Kiir Mayardit. Okay? She could not Nyana one or is not on that side of Warab. Then she's related to him through Mayardit or related to him through somebody else. Because Ruai, your dad is on your dad's side, grandmother's side, you know South Sudanese, the Dinka people, especially. Dinka people, 7 cousins is still related to you. Your great-grandmother, they still said that they are related to you. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying, forgive my English. English is not from my village, and I honestly don't give a shit. I know South Sudanese will understand what I'm talking about. That's all matters to me. Yeah. This person, if you said they are not related, I will never believe you. It's a fucking lie. And I will call Juba and I will find out. I will find out even her grandmother. And I'll come and tell you guys they are related. I'm not lying to you. They are related. I don't know yet, but somebody told me on TikTok, wrote me a message, said this girl is related to them. They are not related. They're not related. Who told you? To give a pilot an airport. Biyik. So you mean that you also cool a pilot or to engineer the kind of the airport? Which one? Which one?